Hi, my name is Henry JOLICOEUR. If you would like to know why I am doing this series of video on TULSI GABBARD, Lies and Deceit, please look at video number 1, where I explain who I am and why I am doing this series of video to expose not only TULSI GABBARD, but the cult where she was born and raised to adore, a cult leader called Chris Butler that you see here. This series of video has been very inspired by the television series of LEAH REMINI, Scientology and the Aftermath. I've watched every episode, and there has been many people from many cults that have identified with the work of LEAH REMINI. For example, there is Sarah Landry that you see here. After being 10 years with a guru called Swami Nityananda in India, after watching the programs of LEAH REMINI, she started to get deprogrammed, and now she is a whistleblower to try to put her ex-guru in jail. I was greatly inspired by the book of LEAH REMINI, Troublemaker, Surviving Hollywood and Scientology. And one of the main points that LEAH REMINI makes is that brainwashing does exist. She is an example of someone who said, I was brainwashed and now I am deprogrammed. I have my life back. And that is what I think that TULSI GABBARD is suffering from. She is brainwashed. She is brainwashed by a very dangerous cult leader called Chris Butler, who has an organization, a cult, called the Science of Identity. Many people do not understand what is brainwashing. You can be a very wonderful person with tons of qualities and have part of your personality that is brainwashed. The best example is Tom Cruise, who is completely brainwashed when it comes to his belief in Scientology. Here is a clip from LEAH REMINI stating that Tom Cruise is brainwashed.
Do you think he will ever leave the church?
I hope so, because people who knew Tom before he was fully brainwashed say that he was a sweet and loving person, and he's turned into something else, something unrecognizable to people who have known him.
So, like many people, I can see that TULSI GABBARD is very good looking. She has a lot of qualities. She has served her country in the military. But when it comes to her deep belief about spirituality, when it comes to what is deeply programmed in her subconscious mind, she is completely brainwashed by this guy, Chris Butler, believing that he is the pure representative of God on earth. And this, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a job like Tom Cruise, it's not so important. But when you call yourself a representative of the people, and you are called to make all kinds of important decisions for the people. Well, the people should investigate what are your deep beliefs about God and about, in this case, your guru. If you look at the information that are on culteducation.com, you will find that this guy, Chris Butler, is a megalomaniac, narcissistic person that is super homophobic, super Islamophobic. He has basically destroyed the life of hundreds of people that have been in his cult years after years after years. Many articles in important magazines across the United States have now discovered that there's a hidden agenda that is part of Tulsi Gabbard, not only of her life, but the life of her whole family. For she was born and raised in that cult. And it is kind of normal if you are born in the cult of Scientology, your chance of being taken over by the ideals of Scientology are great. The same thing for the Jehovah's Witness, the same thing for the Hare Krishnas, on and on and on. So in this short video, I just want to warn the public that it is my firm belief that Tulsi Gabbard is completely brainwashed when it comes to her belief that this guy, Chris Butler, who calls himself Jagat Guru Siddhar Swarup Ananda Paramahamsa, which means I'm the greatest spiritual person in the whole universe, that thought, for me, is extremely dangerous. And now we see that Tulsi Gabbard has launched a $50 million lawsuit against Hillary Clinton. Well, maybe it is time for Hillary Clinton to help us at culteducation.com to make an investigation into this cult called Science of Identity. How can an organization have a non-profit status in the United States when it is clear that is totally homophobic, when it is totally Islamophobic, when it has used and abused so many children over so many years? How can such an organization say, we are a non-profit organization, we are helping people? Unfortunately, there has not been a deep investigation in the finances of this organization. So, Mrs. Hillary Clinton, if you can help to uncover the lies and deceit of this organization and their brainwashing ways of so many people, possibly around 5,000 people now worldwide, are thinking that this guy, Chris Butler, is the pure representative of God on earth. I think that's very dangerous. Thank you very much.
But tell me, I mean, I know this is probably weird, but isn't it true that if the faggot stopped screwing the other faggot's asses, wouldn't AIDS stop?